Hi all, Balkan Shipyards, we're back here, hey? Pacific Proa, crystal clear. There she is. Now she's on a close leach, sail all the way to the front, to the bow, sheeted in. Anyway, this is V13. The last car I made was V12, it used to come to the top and it was hooked on in a different way. This is V13, hope you can see. It has to come under and then it works a little bit better. Not going to waste too much time about that, but it just does work better. Here we go. These guys been put on. So those are railing lines. There's my halyard going to the winch, and there'll be a cleat over there that the halyard gets pushed into the cleat. Can be a cam cleat, can be a clam cleat, can be a clutch. I haven't decided, but some kind of a cleat, probably a clutch maybe for the halyard. And because halyards have to get slightly, you have to let them go a little bit when you want to do a shunt. So they have to come to the winch, you know, it's much better that way. There's old boof, he's all been lashed on properly. So this is how the lashings are going. Over there you can see them, eh? There they go. So yeah, it's all on top of NBL pipes. NBL pipes are giving me they just give it more flex, you know. Here there's two pipes in here. One on this side, one on that side. Then there's 3 pipes over here. All pipes are less, so nothing can run away. These guys are glued on with epoxy, and this box, the pipe box or whatever it's called, can move a little bit, you know. There's nothing, it's not bolted down, it's not glued down, it's free. So it squashes on this pipe and on the other pipe. If it wants to really move, it can move, it's allowed to. Flexi axe. Yeah. Hercules. Hercules is very strong. And this armor really locks, eh? I mean, this armor is free to move. So yeah, up and down is no problem. And all cables are stainless steel, 4mm, 1x19. These are 4mm 1x19. The only 5mm are tack rails and safety nets that will be coming over here. 2 cables. They help hold the anchors, so you don't have the armor going you know, forwards and backwards kind of a thing. And yeah, let's climb on deck, eh? Let's get my shoes off. Yeah, we're closing down for winter very soon, so we're just gonna try and get so that's one hatch open, so that's the way it is. And hatches are gonna probably be held only with little strings, and that will hold them in place, you know, so you don't lose the hatch. Haven't decided yet exactly. I've got a few plans on that. Okay, I'm just gonna jump, get up. Here we are on board. Okay, so there's our sail. Basically pretty comfortable. Now I can step in the boxes, they can't go far. Boxes have little rubber, I don't know what you'd call them, but anyway, they got rubber stuff over here so if anchors are moving forward, you know, if stuff's moving, then nothing's going to break the box because everything's flexible. Everything can squash. A lot of NBR piping over here, petrol pipes, eh? And so tomorrow I'm going to start rigging up the second crab claw onto that mast. There I've got stuff welded up for me, and once that gets welded on, then we can start working on that. That's the wire for the light. It's going to be going down here. It goes in there, then it goes through the bulkhead, then it comes all the way into there, and over there is going to be some kind of a battery. Everything's lashed, everything's very flexible. The masts, I do have slight mast movement. They do that when the armor is locking very hard, but very slight. I mean, just a few centimeters at the top, which is nothing. And a crab claw is a very flexible leg, so it won't mind that. There's no name. I moved the turnbuckles from the bows and I put them on no name, and that just makes things work a little bit better. Those turnbuckles were, the tackle rail turnbuckles were on the bows. They got moved from the bows to here. Now the sails work better because basically, you see, what's important is the distance from the end of the turnbuckle to the mast, and from the mast to the bow, at the tack rail at the bow. If that distance is the same, then you don't have to mess with your halyard. The sails go all the way to the front and come all the way to the back. But when I had the turnbuckles on the bows, that distance was much shorter than this distance, and then you had to play with halyards to get sails all the time to go forward and aft and all that kind of. Anyway, you still have to play a little bit with halyards. When you want to do a shunt, you're going to have to let your halyard go. That's why the halyard, the blading lines are fixed to the mast, but halyard comes all the way to the winch. So you can, as you're sitting over here and driving the boat, you can just bloody well let your halyards go a little bit. This one and that one. Sails fall down slightly, and then your shunt's easy shunt. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing about if my endless line will pull both sails fore and aft together, one line going from bow to bow, yeah, all the way, or if I'm going to have two lines. That means that every sail has its own endless line, which means I can pull each sail separately, and I really don't know how it's going to work yet, but I know it's going to work, and that's it. Yeah, so I've done a lot of stuff. These hatches don't get fixed. There's not going to be any hinges, anything. You just open a hatch and you float onto the safety net. There's going to be safety nets running from there all the way to there, to Samson pipe. Samson pipe, he's actually what picks up